Melania Trump not only wore flats when she headed to Florida to visit hurricane victims, but the First Lady even opted to throw on sneakers while doing a quick outfit change on Air Force One. The 47-year-old, who was labeled out of touch and disrespectful when she donned stilettos to visit hurricane victims in Houston, appeared to have sworn off high heels for her trip to meet with citizens who have been impacted by Hurricane Irma. After wearing $750 black and beige Chanel flats to board Air Force One with President Donald Trump on Thursday morning, Melania changed into a casual button-up shirt, white skinny jeans, and $50 Converse sneakers. Her olive green top was tucked into her jeans, which were cropped to show off her Chuck Taylor All-Star sneakers. Melania shielded her eyes from the sun with a pair of aviator sunglasses, and she even threw her hair up into a ponytail, topping of her look with a crisp white baseball cap. She also opted to leave her black Hermes Birkin, which retails at a whopping $11,900 to $12,200, on the aircraft. The First Lady was photographed stepping off Air Force One at Southwest Florida International Airport in Fort Myers with her husband, and Trump was dressed just as casually in khaki pants, a windbreaker, and a USA cap on his head. The couple was greeted by Florida Governor Rick Scott upon their arrival, and she stood by Trump's side as they listened to the governor speak during a briefing on Hurricane Irma at the airport. After the briefing, the president, vice president, and first lady set off to Naples to meet with people who have been impacted by Hurricane Irma. Melania took to Twitter to share footage of Naples during an air tour of the damage. Before touching down in Naples' air tour of hurricane damage, "There is much work to be done, but America is with you, Florida," she wrote. The group was photographed walking through the city's streets as they assessed the devastation caused by the hurricane. They then went on to help serve food to people who were affected by the storm, passing out sandwiches and water bottles to those in need. Melania placed her aviators on the brim of her cap and put on a pair of disposable gloves while handling the food. At one point, Trump, Melania, and Pence brightly smiled while posing for a selfie with one of victims who met with them. Melania left her casual daytime outfit on for the flight back to Washington, D.C., and she was all smiles as she stepped off Marine One on the White House lawn. Last month, Melania caused an uproar when she donned high heels while to visit areas struck by Hurricane Harvey in Texas, but wore similar shoes on a follow-up trip to the disaster-struck state earlier this month. On Thursday, Melania paired her Chanel flats with khaki capri pants and a black safari-inspired jacket, as well as a pair of sunglasses and her signature blowout. While she seemed to abandon the high heels that earned her severe backlash on her two previous visits, the former model completed her latest outfit with a black Birkin bag by Hermes. The purse is among one of the most coveted, hardest to acquire accessories in the world. Ordinary people with enough savings to purchase one of the typically struggle to get their hands on it, while a few select A-listers get to sling them around their arms. Last month, Melania came under fire when she was spotted in a pair of black snakeskin heels while on her first visit to Harvey-stricken Texas as the hurricane continued beating rain down on Houston, swamping entire neighborhoods and leaving thousands clambering to their roofs to be rescued. On that occasion, she paired the shoes with tailored black capris and a green bomber jacket as she and President Trump departed the White House. Despite the backlash, Melania donned a similar outfit during a second trip 4 days later, indicating that the high heels were apparently here to stay. Defiant as she emerged from the White House, the First Lady strode confidently towards Marine One in her $1,590 Ralph Lauren safari shirt dress and a pair of $650 Manolo Blahnik snakeskin pumps. Clinging to her husband for some support as her stiletto point dug into the grass on the South Lawn, she turned her back on the wave of criticism she had previously received during her first visit to Harvey-hit regions. On both occasions, Melania changed when she arrived in Texas in pants, a shirt, sneakers and a hat. During her first visit, though, her cap had floated stitched on the front, which offended many given the grave circumstances in Houston, where the bodies of victims floated through floodwater and where the only way out was by boat or aircraft. The high heels worn earlier in the day, however, dominated conversation about the president's visit to the afflicted state and divided opinion. Who wears high heels to a flood-ravaged community was one of the complaints before she changed into her shiny white sneakers. There was a dose of fresh outrage 4 days later when she emerged